This panel right here just snaps off. I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to take these plugs out of it right here so I can remove it. It's a little unclear. It may not be necessary to remove that, but it's probably going to get scratched up anyway when I set it down. But it's talking about removing some center support near the center console, and I'm not sure exactly what they're talking about. And also removing some vacuum lines on the left side here, back up in there, but I don't see those either. So maybe I know they have them on Dodges, so I just got to figure out where it's at. I assume, I'm not sure what the center support bracket is, but they say instrument panel. I'm assuming it's the center console. There's two bolts down there. There's one there, and then one on the back side there. You see this one right here. It doesn't really remove the panel, but I guess it makes it free, so that way this whole dashboard could lay down. So I'm going to remove those two bolts, and then I can't say where we'll go from there, but we'll figure it out. Most likely I'll have to take a few steps out of order because, like the airbag control module, I'm not sure where that's at. They say by the transmission tunnel. I'm assuming the transmission tunnel is here, somewhere on the center console. But anyway, I removed the the glove compartment, which is pretty easy to do. Actually just sits up in there. To remove it, just reach in and you got to pull these things to the side, over here and over here. Just pull them inward with your hands reaching into the glove box. This little thing right here, kind of like this, you have to close the glove box a little bit so you can pull it over, or it'll get stuck on the little lip in there. Same thing over here. So you have to do them at the exact same time with both hands. So you actually close the glove box a little bit, pull them in, and then open the glove box. And then the back side just rests on these little pivots there, so it just lifts right off. I went ahead and removed the radio, unplugged the coax cable for the antenna. Now I'm going to work down here on the passenger side. There's a plug under here. It's right by the blower motor here. And then there's also another plug. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can get it right here. It's right. So I can do it without. There we go. Sorry. So here's the blower motor under the dashboard. And if you go up, there's a plug right there. Kind of hard to reach your hand in there. But I'm going to pull that plug out. And I already pulled this one out. And I pulled this off of the wall. This is the coax cable, the antenna. Just because when I lower the dashboard, I don't know if it'll get in the way. There's some wire back here. I think though that is just wrapped around and coming to here actually. So let's see. So this piece right here simply pops off. It's actually pretty easy to get off. It's got these clips right here, there, and you see them right there, and literally just pop right out of there. So that's pretty easy to get to. What I'm trying to get to right now is right here on the side right here. I don't know if I have to take this off. There's two bolts, or one or two bolts I saw that look like they literally hold the dashboard against the wall there. So they're pretty big bolts. I don't know if I pop this off, I might be able to get to them, so I'm gonna try that. Alright, so I popped that little side piece off here. It actually pops right off, and like I said, there are 3 bolts in there, right there. And I'm about to go on the other side and see how many they have over there. The instructions are a little unclear, but there's screws in here all across, and as you can see, the dashboard, this part looks like it comes up. There's a screw on the side here. As you can see, it lifts. And I believe this whole thing will lift and allow this bottom part of the dashboard to go down. And then we got that cover there. Take that cover off. That just pops off.
Well, let's get screws.
And it looks like there's some screws. Oh yeah, there were some screws underneath it. Okay. Huh? So we're going to take this off. This right here pops up. As you can see, there's some clips in there, but it didn't want to come up here, so maybe this thing is holding down this. It looks like, yeah. Looks like it's underneath it. So anyway, we're going to take this off, these two screws, and then we'll be back. No, so that's the dash piece. Just pops right out. It's got these little hooks. Pops up and then back. And it just goes right in there. So you pop this backside up and then you pull it out. Because it's got this. Got some clips it's got to go in right there. So I'm going to take these bolts out right here. 1, 2, and then a couple of, I don't know, 3 or 4 bolts across there. I can't tell if the whole dashboard comes down or if this piece right here lifts up and this comes from under it. But I think the whole dashboard probably comes down. So we took a couple screws out under there. You probably can't see them, but we think that they were holding this top part on. But it's hard to tell. Alright, this is day 2. We took the bolts out right here. The dashboard is loose. You can actually pick it up and move it. But there were 3. Give me that light. There were 3 bolts under here, under the dashboard. Right. Well, you'll be able to see them. They're silver. It's under the steering wheel column. Right there. There's 3 bolts that connect. And then these wires here, right here, they stick through this hole right here. You got to push them back down. And then there's some radial wires. All those wires need to be moved out of there so you can pull the dashboard off. Alright, it's a little dark out here now, but anyway, here's the dashboard. It's moved forward. There's still one plug connected right here, right there, that goes under the dashboard. We just left it. The trick was you have to lift up on the dashboard and come out. And what was holding us up, there was a few wires, like, it's hard to see, but on the left driver's side there was just a few wires catching clips and stuff, so you have to pop all the clips off the little plastic doodads all over the place. There's some light. Let's see if we can see. It was like, I can't even see now. Well, I guess they disappeared. Anyway, there were some things like this that snap into the thing. You had to take it out of there or whatever so it would come out. Anyway, that is the box that we're going to remove right there. And I guess we'll film that when we get to it. Alright, we're inside the engine here. We got these 2 hoses right here. Those are the heater hoses. You don't have to disconnect them, I don't think, but I did to let the water out so it wouldn't leak inside the car. There's, put the light over here. See down here, it goes on right there. And then there's another one right to the left of it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but anyway, there's 2 little clips. And then for the evaporator coil, there is See that black nut straight back there? That looks like it holds the little block, which I believe that's probably right behind us, the expansion valve. But I think if I take that nut off there, it looks like a 10 millimeter or actually it's a 13. The whole block should come off. I'm thinking the coil then would come in from the backside, out the backside. We'll give it a try. Alright, we're on the bottom side here, on the passenger wheel, under the fender well. That's what I was talking about. The screw's out already. It's hard to see. You can see that nut, the black nut in the front there. Expansion valve right behind. I can't pull the line because I need to disconnect these right here. Just pop those little clips off. Should be able to disconnect the lines. Well, here we are a few days later. Had to order a bunch of parts. I'm really not going to show you all the steps to putting the air conditioner back together, as that really wasn't the point of the video. It was mostly about how to get the dashboard off. I will say that as far as the dashboard's concerned, you probably did not have to take the radio out, because what ends up happening is this cord right here is all the radio and controls and stuff. I ended up disconnecting them, but as you can see, they're still connected to the dashboard, so probably didn't need to take that center console stuff off. The cool thing was, on this dashboard, there was nothing behind it that held it after I got all the wires that I had showed you. There's probably a few clips in here you could have left on, but other than that, we pulled this box out. We replaced the whole box. Actually, I'm sorry, on the back air conditioner we replaced the whole box. On this one we reused everything. I wanted to replace these little clips. There's a little clip, you really can't see them. It spins back and forth and they end up breaking down there. Once they break, then they overspin and they break the door as well. Right now none of the clips were broken, so, and I couldn't find them from Dodge. They actually remodeled it a little bit, redesigned it with a new style. It's a little bit different, so the newer ones I had don't fit that I was going to replace. Here's an example of one of the doors right here. This is the door right there. That's one of them. Anyway, change the heater core, change the evaporator core in here. You got to take the whole box apart to get to it. You got to be real careful when you put it back together not to make sure you line up all these doors where they slide in both sides. Other than that, I'm going to put this dashboard back in. While I was in here, you can't change the valve cover. If you're going to change that sucker, do it now, because it's very hard to get to. Change the valve cover, expansion valve, everything under here. I'm going to change the receiver dryer next. That's about it.